I'm very pleased to be joined by Julianna Roberts. She is the Executive Director of the new Iceland Heritage Museum. Don't worry, I said it right this time. It's a pleasure to have you on our show this morning.
Thanks for having me.
Yeah, this is such a super cool museum, Julianna. People just getting a chance to walk around. If they've never been here before, what can they expect to see at the museum?
The museum tells a story of the settlement of New Iceland. So it tells a story of why they left Iceland, how they got here, and then what happened once they got here. So we tell the complete settlement of New Iceland.
And it's pretty cool to think about Manitoba. You know, we have the largest Icelandic population outside of Iceland. Of course, there's so many different farm communities and settlements here along Lake Winnipeg and the surrounding area. Talk to us a little bit about the story of why people came here so many years ago.
Right. So the Icelanders arrived here on October 21st, 1875. So this is the 150th anniversary of New Iceland. The Icelanders left Iceland because there was a large volcanic eruption which covered the whole island in ash. There was a plague that hit the sheep. They were still under Danish rule, so it was a feudal system, so they didn't own the land, so they really were starving. Canada was settling the West, and so Sigtryggur Jónsson, who is known as the father of New Iceland, facilitated them coming here to this strip of land along the west shore of Lake Winnipeg, which is called New Iceland.
When you look around what Scott is showing us, what interests you the most? I mean, everything from, you know, you were just telling us about the trunks that people brought. They could only bring one, is that right?
That's right. They had you know, can you imagine leaving your home and only being allowed to bring one trunk of items? The story always goes too is that they only were able to bring one trunk, but there was always books included in the trunk. So Icelanders are known for their 99% literacy rate. So the books were always included in their trunks. The interests me the most is that growing up here in New Iceland, like our relatives would go, like my mom would go back to Iceland to see where her relatives came from. But when I started working here, I didn't realize how reciprocal it was. So the Icelanders come from Iceland to find out where their relatives went. So I think it's fascinating that, you know, they're curious about where their relatives went to.
And there's going to be people from Iceland coming here, not this weekend, but next weekend, of course, for Icelandic Festival.
You bet. There's a couple of big tour groups coming, and there's Icelandic Festival this is their 135th anniversary. So yeah, 50,000 of my closest friends will be here next weekend.